The Pentagon panics over China's new swarm of AI drones. Modern warfare is no longer just about tanks, missiles, and soldiers on the battlefield. The future belongs to machines, and artificial intelligence is at the center of this transformation. In recent years, China has unveiled jaw-dropping advancements in AI-powered drones that can operate in massive swarms. These autonomous systems can move, coordinate, and strike without direct human control, turning them into one of the most formidable threats in modern military history. For the Pentagon, this development is not just alarming, it is panic-inducing. A swarm of AI drones could overwhelm traditional defense systems, disable communication networks, and even carry out precision strikes faster than any human could react. The balance of global military power may be shifting, and America's top defense officials are sounding the alarm. Before we dive further into the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on any of our upcoming videos. China's rapid AI drone expansion. China has been pouring billions of dollars into artificial intelligence research, focusing particularly on autonomous weapons. State-owned defense companies, in collaboration with private tech firms, have developed drone systems that can work together like a colony of bees. Unlike conventional drones that rely heavily on remote pilots, these AI-enabled machines are capable of making decisions in real time. Reports from military intelligence suggest that China's swarms can consist of hundreds of drones flying in formation, adapting to battlefield conditions on the fly. They can identify targets, share data, and even change tactics mid-mission without human input. This represents a leap far beyond traditional drone technology. The Pentagon's nightmare scenario. The U.S. military is deeply concerned about how these swarms could be deployed in combat. Imagine hundreds of drones released into the skies above a naval fleet. They could confuse radar systems, jam communications, and strike vulnerable areas simultaneously. Traditional missile defense systems are designed to intercept a handful of incoming threats, not hundreds of small, fast-moving targets working in perfect synchronization. In this nightmare scenario, even America's most advanced aircraft carriers or missile destroyers could be left vulnerable. Pentagon officials warn that the very concept of military deterrence may need to be rewritten in the age of AI-driven drone warfare. Why swarm technology is so dangerous. Unlike traditional drones, which can be individually destroyed, swarms present a new kind of problem. Even if half of the swarm is neutralized, the other half can still adapt and continue the mission. Their sheer numbers make them incredibly resilient. Another reason swarms are so dangerous is their ability to think together. Using machine learning, the drones can coordinate movements and share sensor data at lightning speed. This makes them unpredictable, one of the scariest qualities in warfare. Military strategists fear that even if defenders crack one drone's pattern, the rest of the swarm could instantly evolve. The Pentagon's race against time. The U.S. military is not standing still. The Pentagon has launched multiple initiatives to counter China's growing swarm capabilities. Programs like the Replicator Initiative aim to deploy thousands of American-made AI drones within the next 2 years. The goal is to overwhelm adversaries with America's own swarms and ensure technological dominance. However, defense analysts admit that China may already have the lead. Their ability to mass-produce drones cheaply and integrate them into combat strategies could tilt the balance of power in their favor, at least in the short term. Lessons from past conflicts. History has shown that technological superiority often decides wars. The use of tanks in World War I, nuclear weapons in World War II, and precision-guided missiles in the Gulf War all reshaped global military strategy. Experts argue that AI-powered swarms could be the next revolution. The Pentagon fears repeating past mistakes, underestimating a rival's new technology until it is too late. China's rapid expansion of drone swarms has revived Cold War-style anxiety, where both sides race to out-innovate the other at all costs. Ethical and legal dilemmas. Beyond strategy, there are ethical questions that haunt this new reality. Should machines be allowed to decide who lives and dies? International law has not yet caught up with AI warfare, leaving a gray area that countries like China may exploit. The Pentagon has publicly stated its commitment to keeping human oversight in all lethal decisions, but military insiders admit that in high-speed combat, human reaction time may simply be too slow. If China deploys swarms that act entirely on their own, the U.S. may be forced to respond in kind, creating a dangerous arms race where machines control the pace of war. China's strategic advantage. China has a unique advantage in developing AI swarms: its manufacturing power and centralized command structure. Unlike the US, where military contracts are spread among multiple companies with bureaucratic red tape, China can direct its tech giants and defense industry to work in unison. This allows for faster innovation, mass production, and seamless integration of new technology. Moreover, China has tested its swarms in a variety of environments, from deserts and mountains to coastal waters. Their flexibility means they could be used in conflicts across Asia, from Taiwan to the South China Sea. For U.S. allies in the region, the threat is immediate and deeply concerning. U.S. countermeasures. Can America catch up? To counter China's advances, the Pentagon is exploring several defensive strategies. These include directed energy weapons, lasers and microwaves, capable of disabling multiple drones at once; electronic warfare systems, designed to jam communications and confuse AI coordination; counter-swarm tactics, deploy America's own swarms to intercept and neutralize enemy drones. While promising, these technologies are still being developed. Critics argue that the U.S. may be several years behind China's swarm capabilities, giving Beijing a dangerous head start. Global reactions. A new arms race. Other nations are watching this technological showdown with concern. Russia has also been experimenting with AI drones, though not at China's scale. European countries are beginning to invest in swarm defense systems, fearing that the technology could spread to rogue states or terrorist organizations. The United Nations has debated banning killer robots, but consensus is hard to reach. With superpowers like China and the US unwilling to limit their programs, the world may be heading toward an uncontrollable AI arms race. The human factor. Soldiers on edge. For soldiers and sailors on the front lines, the idea of facing AI swarms is terrifying. Traditional combat training prepares them for human adversaries, but how do you fight against hundreds of autonomous machines that feel no fear, require no rest, and can sacrifice themselves without hesitation? Pentagon psychologists warn that the psychological toll of fighting machines could be as devastating as the physical risk. A swarm doesn't just threaten lives, it threatens morale, making human soldiers feel powerless against an unstoppable wave of technology. The future of war has arrived. Whether we are ready or not, swarm warfare is no longer science fiction. The Pentagon's growing panic over China's advancements reveals how serious the threat has become. If left unchecked, AI drone swarms could redefine not just military balance, but global security as a whole. For now, the world stands on the edge of a dangerous new era, one where decisions are made at machine speed, and wars could be won or lost in minutes. The question is no longer if AI swarms will be used, but when, and whether humanity can control the forces it has unleashed. A frightening new reality. China's swarm of AI drones represents one of the most significant military challenges of the 21st century. For the Pentagon, the prospect of facing an enemy that can unleash thousands of autonomous machines at once is enough to spark sleepless nights and urgent meetings. This technology has the potential to reshape warfare forever, making old defense systems obsolete and forcing nations into a relentless race for AI superiority. The Pentagon may panic, but the rest of the world should be equally alarmed. The future battlefield is no longer just about men and machines. It's about machines that can outthink, outmaneuver, and potentially outlast humanity itself. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like these, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on any of our upcoming videos. See you next time.